So this is from the Children's Parliament. Um, the Dignity in School team, together with anti-racism educator Grace Dempsey from Intercultural Youth Scotland and multidisciplinary artist Kadia Santi, took over two primary 5 classes at Dens Road Primary School in Dundee. What followed was an intensive investigation on the topic of anti-racist education through the lens of human dignity and children's human rights. Through daily sessions during the first week of November 2024, children and teachers were invited to take part in active discussions, creative reflections, and arts workshops to explore themes of identity, culture, and belonging, whilst also reviewing the 7 key principles of anti-racism education. Children took part in outdoor physical games, made self-portrait sculptures from clay, created a map and a flag to represent the tolerant world in which they aspire to live, whilst capturing their own image using analog photography. The aim of the project was for children, operative word there being children, to gain a better understanding of key concepts such as discrimination, privilege, yeah, privilege, white privilege, of course, power, allyship, and race, while living anti-racist behaviours and languages in their daily lives. Sometimes challenging and uncomfortable questions arose. The team were prepared and worked to ensure all participants were able to experience a safe, friendly, and supportive environment. At the beginning of the residency, we agreed with staff and participants that such conversations were necessary in order to learn about racism and in order to create a more tolerant and inclusive culture. And then it says down here as well that 2 examples of learning for the group were a distinction between bullying and racism, but this more importantly, discovering that Dundee's colonial heritage can be found on the participants' doorstep. What better way to quell the alleged racism that they claim is it permeates throughout society than to teach little children all there is to know about fucking privilege? Yes, of course. I mean, I struggle sometimes. You know what? Like, as I say, I've got this annoying habit of opening too many tabs, and then I just kind of get tongue-tied sometimes and whatnot. Like, that was happening for years. It's happening most of fucking last year. It's happened every stream I've ever been a part of over the course of my time on YouTube and whatnot. But I've come across some amount of nonsense over the years, but it never ceases to amaze me just how low these people seem to continuously stoop when it comes to targeting children, whilst trying to present themselves as, fighting the good fight for the greater good. What the fuck are children being taught about privilege for? But it's anti-racism, isn't it? Yeah. And the Children's Parliament, they are children. They're little kids. And you're teaching them about Dundee's alleged colonial heritage. And you're teaching them about privilege, all in order to quell the so-called racism that exists within society all across Dundee in this particular instance, What the fuck are the parents? Or do they just fall for the namby-pamby rhetoric such as, it's just anti-racism, it's fine? I would be losing my shit if my child ended up participating in something like that. In fact, they wouldn't be participating in it because they'd be conveniently off that day. You know what I mean? What the fuck? But regardless, in addition to the in-class workshops, the dignity, these words, man, the Dignity in School team led a professional development training session for Dens Road Primary School staff on the topic of anti-racism. During the session, staff had the opportunity to discuss real scenarios from their experience, exploring resources and tools to better understand the topic and improve confidence when faced with future racist incidents in their school. In parallel to our work with Dens Road, we also facilitated monthly focus groups with children and adults from other Dignity in School local area partners. Of course, it's all tied in neat and nice to children's human rights. Yeah. So there was some consultation that they're referring to, which culminated in a multimedia exhibition called Defending Rights and Fighting Racism. The exhibition showcased the work and the learning of the Dens Road children as part of their anti-racism journey. Children presented to their schools, family, and external guests, including local MPs, Education Scotland, the Scottish Government, ScotDec, teachers, etc. The exhibition included the children's artwork, including their maps and flags, and a video manifesto describing an anti-racist school and community. Fucking hell, you know what I mean, man.